What's up, Zach?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Been better, of course.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Okay, so I've been with my wife we've been together since we were for 14 years. I'm 32. I met her when I was 19. We had a child at 20, and I've always just kind of been a butthead to her, to be honest. Every now and then I would demean her or make little comments, and I would say it started to really getting bad about 6 weeks ago. We were doing some work in the yard, and I really just blew up on her over the stupidest little thing. And then about a week later, we're just constantly arguing and dividing from each other. And then about a week or two later, she told me that she thought she was falling out of love with me. And it just really crushed me. I never would have thought that those words could come out of her mouth. And she told me that the way I treat her is I'm not treating her the right way. And I completely owned it. I mean, I said, everything you said is absolutely correct. And I said, I don't want our son growing up thinking that this is how you're supposed to treat women. And I mean, since that day, I have treated her like an angel. I mean, I've done everything and just constantly telling her I love her, giving her hugs, kisses. But that was a Saturday night. And then Monday night, she ended up telling me that she was in communication with a guy she met on TikTok. And she told me she broke it off with him. And I asked her what was the subject about. And she said it was just somebody to talk to about what I'm going through, my mental, health. And she said it was never anything flirtatious or anything like that. She said it was just a stranger that I could talk to. But she said, I broke it off with him and I'm going to focus on us. And I said, I'm all in with you. Let's rebuild this. And we went about 2 weeks and it was just absolute honeymoon phase. I mean, we were just it was great. And then I went through her phone 2 weeks after that and found that she was on Snapchat with the guy. And I confronted her about it. And she said, okay, well, I didn't think you were really going to change. And I wanted to keep this friendship with the guy. And she said, I'll break it off with him. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll give you a second chance. I'm kind of heartbroken again that you would keep this from me. And then about a week and a half later, which was just yesterday, I went through the call logs on AT&T.com, which I feel bad because I'm constantly digging at all this. But every time I dig, I find something. And I confronted her yesterday that she's been talking to this guy for 30, 40, 50 minutes a day the last week and a half after she told me a third time that she was breaking it off with him. And I'm just super confused. I don't really know how to handle this. Now she's saying that she's all done talking to him. And I'm like, well, how do I trust you now? You've been lying to me for the past 3 weeks about this. So that's really all I got.
So for 14 years, you belittled your wife. She got the clear message she was beneath you. You're the smart one. You're the fast one. You're the quick one.
Yep,
you
absolutely.
are the provider. You're all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. I always thought she was beneath me.
Yeah, you did. And she's got that message for a decade and a half. And then 5 weeks ago, you decide it's all going to be different.
Yeah.
And hold on. 4 weeks into this, you're pissed off that she's not just like, oh, all right. Dude, you're belittling her again. Did she lie to you? Yes, no question about that. She's not on the phone to defend herself. Just you.
Okay.
Bro. As you were talking, here's the words that kept coming to my mouth. Dude, who do you think you are, man?
That's how I feel. I know. I feel like I'm 2 inches tall that I've treated her like this the last 14 years. And I wish I could fast forward 14 years from now and show her that I can treat her well.
But look, here's what you tried to do. You tried to fix this by doing things that you like doing or that you think that she would like. I'm going to buy her flowers and hug her and kiss her.
Yeah.
You didn't get down on both knees and say, my God, will you forgive me? How can I love you? And so when you decided to fix this thing by showing her more affection and loving her, you did it how you wanted to do it, which is, again, belittling.
I pushed her away by being so close to her.
I can't believe she's put up with you for this long, man.
I can't either. I told her that. I said, I don't know why you're still with me after 14 years.
She's created a fantasy where somebody that she's never met, now she's talked to on the phone. Is she on a dangerous trajectory? No question about it. There's no question about that. But at least that guy will listen to her, right? At least that guy makes her feel alive again. That guy feels it makes her voice feel like it matters because her own husband sure doesn't. Right.
That guy asked her how her day at work went. Yeah, I never did that.
So I mean, I'm yes, I get being hurt. Like, oh gosh, my wife's gonna leave me. That can be a rattling moment. Or my wife has feelings for somebody else. By the way, just to say this at the outset, the phrase "fall out of love" is just nonsense. It's just a dumb thing to say. You don't fall in love. You don't fall out of love. She stopped. She just threw her hands up because there was no connecting with you. You were too important and powerful and wonderful and great, and she was too stupid and dumb.
Yeah, and she never thought she could come and talk to me because my arrogance, I would just blow her off.
Right. Bro, if you want to save this sucker, it starts with you begging for forgiveness and saying, how can I love you? And let her speak into that. And when you go, well, you got to stop all that.
Okay. Quit saying hi so much.
It's not even saying hi. What are you talking about? Saying hi.
No, I. Like
yes.
Focus. Yeah.
Yes. It's we. It's us.
Okay.
Because here's the deal. You felt bad. Like you felt bad. You decided to change. You started doing new things. And nowhere do I hear we decided to redesign our marriage. And so again, all of the things you're doing to save this thing, you're continuing to leave her out bobbing in the middle ocean while you were sitting on the island.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Where does this, bro? Where does this arrogance? Like, where does that come from, man? What are you scared of?
I don't know. I don't know. I grew up. I mean, my dad remarried when I was about 8, and he was in a very toxic relationship with his now ex-wife again.
So is your wife. She's in a toxic relationship.
I know, absolutely. And I don't know. I never knew and it's not an excuse. I was just never shown like how to treat a woman and love her and just accept her for who she is and everything.
And don't just accept her, honor her, cherish her.
Yeah.
Like wake up every day, so excited that you get to provide for this amazing person who gave you children, who takes care of your home, right? It contributes to the house, like contributes to the finances of the house, all that stuff. But do you act like this with your buddies or at work too? Is this kind of the way you enter into the world, or do you just dump all this onto your wife?
A little bit. I mean, I do have a level of arrogance at work, and I do feel entitled. And I don't know. I just feel I feel like it's all gone now, and I'm trying to not let it come back. I'm trying to be a better person. I am. It's hard. I'm going to my first therapy session at 3:00 today to talk to another therapist locally here. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything I can.
I got you. For whatever reason, whatever went on at your house, whatever went on in high school and whatnot, you've developed this tough guy exterior.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's going to cost you everything. This bravado.
It's my family.
It's going to cost you everything, dude. It's not worth it. Right? And like in an effort to not take imaginary punches, or more importantly, to punch first everywhere all the time. Right? Do you have a big truck?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have a company truck, but it's just a little truck. But I mean, she drives a Grand Cherokee, but it's bigger, I guess.
I was just fishing there. I was just seeing if you were going to complete the stereotype for me. But all right, good. All right, so and here's the thing. I actually honor that. I get that you don't have a picture or a model what this looks like. And I also know what it's like to be trapped. And I know this isn't working, and this is hurting me, and it's hurting everybody I love. And I don't know the next right step. Do you have some men in your life you could talk to?
Yeah, I've been going out. I've got a great buddy since middle school, and he's been keeping in touch and checking in with me every day. And
that's not the right guy.
Okay.
I'm talking about a couple of men who are 10 years older than you. that you can say, I'm
Maybe.
a complete ass to my wife and I've got to stop. I'm going to lose my family. And I've got this built up arrogance inside of me where I think I'm better than everybody and I know I'm not, but I can't stop. Can you help me?
Yeah, there's a couple guys at work I could talk to. They're a little older than me. Yeah.
If you talk to him, can you be honest with him? Can you take him out to lunch and say, I'm going to buy lunch, but I got to be totally straight up honest with you. I'm not okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I have nothing to hide.
Here's going to be the scariest part. Actually, your situation, like people call with borderline personality disorder, all these different things. Your situation, I think, is one of the hardest things to heal from. And here's why. Because the way you interact with the world is to protect yourself from one thing, and that is ever being vulnerable.
Yeah.
In a position where somebody can roll over on you. And I don't know when that happened in your childhood, but it did, and it did bad.
Up with a big brother who was a tough guy, and everybody feared him, and everybody, he would beat everybody up. Nobody messed with him, and I always thought I had to put that shield on as well.
That's right. And that shield is made it impossible to be married to, and it's made it impossible for your kids to love and connect with their dad.
Yeah.
And you know what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to go out in the world and be tough guys because they don't know how to feel because they've never hugged their dad for real. And they're going to, this whole cycle is going to start over. That came from your granddad to your dad to your brother, and it's just going to go through your family line unless you stop and turn and say, enough. And the scariest part for you is the only path forward is risking getting hurt. And I'm going to tell you, your wife may leave you.
Yeah.
She may take your kid and go because you've been awful to her for a decade and a half. I hope she doesn't. But I want you to see her, yes, she's not being right. And yes, if she was on the phone, I'd be letting her have it too. Because that's not the way to solve this problem.
And I didn't yell at her. I just asked her very calmly, can you explain this? Like, I don't have the energy. I can't argue with her anymore.
Sure. Yeah. But even like explain what? That I haven't felt safe in my own home for a decade and a half, that I've never felt loved. I've just felt like a child in my own home. Like what I know what and this guy actually asked me how my day went, for God's sakes.
Yeah. I own all of it. I do.
Okay.
And it's so hard for me to admit it.
I know it is. And you are bucking family tradition right now in this call, and I honor you for that. But ownership has two parts to it. One is choosing reality, admitting it. And the second part of ownership is to go do differently.
Okay.
You got to act differently.
Yeah.
You got to say, I don't know. And so here's what I would love for you to do. How many kids you got?
Just one boy, 12 years old.
Awesome. Here's your homework for this week. I want you to ask your wife, would you go to a nice dinner with just us? I have some things I want to tell you.
Okay.
And then if she says yes, say, we're not going to talk about the other person. We're not talking about any of that stuff. I just need to talk to you about some things. If she says yes, I want you to spend some time alone writing a letter that you're going to read to her.
Okay.
And that letter is going to start with, love of my life, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And then if you want to work through, like, I didn't have a picture of what treating a woman looked like, and I have done it all wrong for 15 years.
Yeah, I sent her a text like that. About
text message is bullcrap on a stick with a pony.
Okay.
Lit on fire. Okay?
Okay.
Text message is how my 14-year-old son talks to his friends in text messages. That's not it. You have to look at her and say these words. Okay?
Okay.
You have to feel that discomfort. That's vulnerability. And she might look at you and go, I'm done. And vulnerable means I'm risking looking at somebody and saying, this is all of me. Do you still love me? And that's what you're going to be doing. And that's terrifying for you.
Yeah. She told me she wants to work it out, that she sees me making changes and she wants to make this work.
But I want you to tell her in that letter, I immediately tried to solve my 15 years of being an ass to you by doing a bunch of stuff that I thought, and I never bothered to ask you. And she's probably going to look at you and say, I don't even know what I need. I don't even know what I want. I just know I can't do this anymore.
Flowers.
Do what?
I bought her flowers a week ago, and she was like mad at me because she was like, "You've never bought me flowers. You're trying too hard."
Well,
and I was like, I was like, you're absolutely correct.
Just ask her.
I was like, I feel bad. Yeah.
Ask her, how can I love you today? Okay?
Yeah.
Start that way. And tell her, I'm going to start asking you every morning and every evening, how can I love you today?
Okay.
And when
Can
I feel...
I ask?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, ask.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
How do I, like, I'm afraid of investing all this, and then I find out that she is still communicating with this guy. Like, I feel like there's some trust gone that I take responsibility for. I know I caused this, but I'm having a hard time too, like, starting to trust her and rebuild this once again.
After you have told her that you're going to begin asking her every day how you can love her better, it's fair to say, I can't breathe knowing that some other person is your go-to.
Okay.
And I can't breathe. And see, what you're doing is you're starting with the word I. You're not saying, you can't do this and you need to get off the... I can't breathe knowing I've put you in a position where you have to go to somebody else just to get the words, how was your day?
Absolutely.
I've put you in a position to have nobody to talk about what's going on during your day because I just come home and I'm a bulldog in my own house.
Yeah.
Now, is this 100% you? No. But this is just, I'm going to take all, it's, if you've ever watched Jocko's original TED Talk, all these things went bad. He was the guy in charge and he said, it's on me. And you, for 15 years, have said, I'm the head honcho. All right, well, then own it all then. Okay? Is that fair? No, it's not fair, but let's just take it all. And then at the very end, you can say, I can't move forward without a commitment to you that we've got no outside people speaking to this. It's just going to be you and it's just going to be me. Okay?
Yep. Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say, I'm not going to sneak around and go through your crap anymore. I don't want to live like that.
Okay.
Okay? And also, as you get 2, 3, 5 weeks into this, 2 months into this, 6 months into this, it's fair to say, hey, I want to circle back. How am I doing? Are you feeling loved? And she's going to uncover different ways, right? This thing's got 15 years of the layers on top of it. And she met you really young, and she got a kid right out of the gate. She doesn't even know what she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Right? She's never felt safe and fully wrapped up in love with somebody who's like, my mission in life is to make sure you're whole. She's never experienced that. All this is going to be new.
She's never felt whole.
No.
Yeah.
All this is going to be new. And so it's fair to say, are you communicating with that guy? All right. And this is after you get some rapport, you start building some trust back. And then if you feel that anchoring in your soul, you can say, would you be willing to show me your text messages or your whatever? Okay. But that's not for right now.
Yeah.
It's not for right now.
No. Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah. I'll wait 6 weeks.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It's hard.
Dude, I know it's hard. You're changing your entire family tree right now.
Yeah, I'm changing my whole personality.
Yes.
I mean, I am.
Yes. And sometimes changing that personality means we have to change all of our actions. So do something ridiculous like wake up early, go get a cold plunge or get some ice, take a cold shower in the morning, start exercising in the morning. I
have been, yeah. I've been eating way better. I've been drinking a lot more water. I've been going for walks.
Good. You have to start doing different things if you want different results. That's right. That's right. So change it all. Change the whole thing up, man. And when you find yourself, you're going to get angry. You're going to you're going to lose a job. You're going to miss a sale. Something's going to happen, and you're going to find old you coming out swinging. You have to be willing to say, "Oh, here he is. I'm going to go for a walk. I need to step out. I need to do dinner by myself tonight. I love you with all I got, and I got to go do something else." Right? This is going to be a long-term practice. You have to unwind 30 years of you not liking yourself and taking it out on other people. I'm proud of you for all the steps you're making, man. Be in this for the long haul. You're worth it. She's worth it. And that 12-year-old little boy's worth it too. His kids are going to be so grateful that granddad put a stick in the rock and said, no more. No more.